Yes, we can install Monterey on your old iMac.
Alright, we're back, and this is the 2011 27-inch that was in the last video, which I did install Catalina on, and it worked great, but I was kind of disappointed that I couldn't really run newer apps still because they're asking for a newer version of macOS. And with all of the videos I've seen of people putting on Monterey and whatever the new ones are, Sonoma, etc., I figured, well, we're in this deep, we might as well try it. If everybody else can do it, we can do it too. So I went ahead with Monterey because I saw that the other versions were only a few months apart, and so Monterey seemed to be the first major one. So I went ahead and went with that. And there's going to be no tutorial here. This is just going to be me reacting to how the process went and how it operated. And this is Opencore. I made an installer based on the instructions on the website for Monterey. You can pick any version of macOS you want. This is just the one that I picked. And what I did was I made a different partition for Monterey, just in case something goes wrong, so I could go back to my old partition. There is a way apparently to upgrade your current version to this and save all your data and everything, but since this is a new computer to me, I don't have anything to back up, so I just went ahead and did a fresh install on a different partition of the regular drive, which is not an SSD, just a regular hard drive, 1 terabyte. And so I just went to this install here, and I was kind of thinking this may not work. I mean, it can't be that easy, can it? Just to download the thing and install it. I remember years ago you'd have to go through all of these processes to get it done. So here we go. And there it is installing. It took about almost an hour. If you include the download time to download the actual software, it was probably about an hour total, which was about the same as the Capitan setup that I did. And to my surprise, here we are on the setup screen of Monterey. It looks a lot newer than what I'm used to. This reminds me a little bit about when iOS 12 changed to iOS 13, and there was all these new graphical kind of interfaces and everything. So it must be a big step, I guess, from Monterey going from Catalina. So the Wi-Fi works, that's good. So we're putting in the Wi-Fi right now. And then let's see what we can do next here. And we're just gonna blow through all these screens here. We have Migration Assistant. And then your iCloud, we're gonna skip that for now. So far, so good. One thing I noticed that was weird is you have to have a 4-character password. So I'm not used to that. I usually just would have a single number as the password. I guess they want to be more secure now. So let's make a Robert Fixit type account. Put in some random numbers here. And we're in. There's Monterey installed on the 2011. I assume the process is the same for a 2010 or 2009 laptop. It seems like, because everybody's doing it. And again, there's the specs: i7 2nd gen, 16 gigabytes of memory, and the 1 gigabyte GPU. And I wanted to check out Safari. It did update again, so it's newer, so that's good. And then I wanted to try iMovie. So I installed the Monterey basically to see if I could make iMovie run and have a newer version. Number one, and number two was just to see what the installation process was like. So it did let me install iMovie from the App Store, not the latest one, but it said an older version. And so I was getting kind of excited at this point because it let me download it. But then when I open it, it just crashes. So you open it again, continue, click on it again. That's the version 10.3. Looks good. I mean, it appears to work. That's what I wanted. But whenever you try to do something, you open it up, click on it, you can start a project, and then it just crashes. So the issue was not solved, but we do have a newer operating system, I guess, which would be more secure for daily use. I also tried DaVinci Resolve to see if that would work, and it does the same thing. It'll load and then it'll just crash. So there's something I'm missing. I'm not sure. I'll have to do some more research. But as far as the computer itself, yeah, it runs great. It actually runs faster than Catalina, which is interesting, and it looks great. So I may just keep it this way and possibly try to install this on another iMac, the 2009. The App Store looks nice, or the launch pad now it's called. It kind of looks like an iPad now. I guess there's no more launcher. And I guess there's some things maybe that I'm missing here. I remember seeing that you're supposed to install some sort of drivers after you install this operating system. I clicked on this post-install menu, but it says everything's been patched, so not really sure where to go from there. But I actually pulled up, I don't have it recorded, but I pulled up YouTube and put it on 1440p, and it was smooth and it looked great. So I'm happy about that, but I wish I could make iMovie run. I think maybe you could disable the GPU, right, and just use the internal one, but then it would be slow. It appears to be using the GPU itself properly because YouTube runs really fast. So if you guys have any tips for me, this is my first time using Opencore. I'm not exactly sure what you're supposed to do after, but it's nice to have new software on the old iMac. And hopefully we have an update for you. If I could just run iMovie, I'd be happy. Or DaVinci, either one. Anyway, if you want to install Monterey, Sonoma, Big Sur, what's the other one? Ventura. There's 14 names now for the system, so try it. It's fun. You can always go back. Like I said, here's DaVinci. It won't open. It just goes to the loading screen and crashes. And there's no error message, so I'm not sure what's happening. I guess there must be some way to do a debug log or something. Anyway, try it for yourself. It's fun. It's free. It doesn't really harm anything. And breathe life into your old iMac. And we'll update you in the future. Thank you for watching.